Hello and welcome to the Palmore Institute's video lesson series. My name is Lowell, and in this video lesson we will be focusing on the TOEFL test. So let's begin. In this video lesson we'll be focusing on an introduction to the writing section of the TOEFL test. And for our learning goals, the learning goals of this lesson are to familiarize you, the test taker or potential test taker, with the format of the writing section of the TOEFL test, and to introduce you to the general features of the writing tasks that are found in the writing section of the TOEFL test. In addition, we'll also look at some basic test strategies for improving your score on the independent writing task. As for the purpose of the writing section, it is to evaluate the writing skills of non-native speakers of English in an English-speaking academic setting. It's designed to determine whether a test taker is able to use written English in an academic setting to synthesize and summarize important information, express and defend a point of view. As for the general features of the writing section, it's to determine the proficiency level of a candidate. Test raters take the following criteria into account. First, they look at language use, and that includes appropriate use of vocabulary, using words correctly, quality and variety of sentences. So they're looking at being able to use complex and compound sentences and subordinating clauses, not just simple sentences. And of course, correct use of grammatical structures. In addition, topic development is a key feature to focus on: organization, how you organize your writing, relevance and coherence of content, how well your writing responds to the question prompt for the task, and how logical it is. Also, completeness of content, being able to write enough to cover the topic, and ideas supported with reasons and examples. Those are very important for developing your topic. Test takers are allowed to take notes on scrap paper and use them when answering questions. In my experience, they'll give you about 4 pieces of paper to take notes, and you might have to request more paper later for other tasks, like the listening task. The directions for each type of task will appear on the screen. In the integrated task, the reading passage is located on the left-hand side of the divided computer screen. And at the top of the screen, a toolbar shows the question number, the total number of questions in the section, and the time remaining in the section. As for navigating the test on the computer, there are several buttons that enable you to navigate through the test quickly. You might see a sound button or speaker button, that's to set the volume level. An arrow with next, that's to move forward to the next question, and a question mark with help above it to help you with relevant information related to the topic. In addition, you'll find a hide timer button with a little clock underneath it. That means you use that to hide the time remaining in a section. And some up and down arrow keys. They indicate that the passage can also be scrolled up and down by using arrow keys on the right-hand side of the screen. As for the format of the writing section, the writing section format has kept the same even since the last update of the TOEFL. You'll still have 2 writing tasks, 1 independent task and 1 integrated task. Task. Okay, it takes about 50 minutes to complete this section of the course, and the score scale is 0 to 30 out of a total of 120 for the entire test. As for the independent writing task, in this task you'll be given an essay prompt to write about, and you should aim to write a 4 to 5 paragraph essay that should be around 300 or more words long. In your essay, you must express and defend your opinion about a subject, and your response should be based on your own personal experience. There's no reading or listening passage provided, so you have to generate all of the content yourself. As for the instructions for the independent writing task, when you do the independent writing task section of the test, you'll be provided with the following instructions. Directions: read the question below. Give yourself 30 minutes to plan, write, and revise your essay. Typically, an effective response will contain a minimum of 300 words. And we have about 3 different types of writing task questions, or sometimes 4. But the 3 main ones, we have agreement or disagreement questions. For example, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Mobile phones have improved the way in which people interact with each other. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. So that's what it might look like. As for preference questions, some students prefer to use the resources available on the internet when doing research for their assignments. Others prefer traditional library research. Which method do you prefer? Use specific reasons and details to support your answer. And a third type that you might encounter, questions about a development, invention, or a new trend. For example, each year more and more students take a year off, a gap year, between college and graduate school to travel around the world or work overseas. Discuss the causes of this trend. Use specific reasons and details to develop your essay. Okay. As for strategies for writing your independent task essay, first of all, read the question carefully to identify what kind of information is required. With the agreement or disagreement questions, you should present a statement about a general subject or student life, etc. And ask whether you agree or disagree with it. You have to choose one or the other. And just remember, there's no wrong or right answer. You just need good reasons or examples to support your answer. And with the preference questions, you must present 2 points of view about a general subject or student life, etc. The question prompt will ask you to choose one and explain why. And similar to agreement or disagreement questions, there's no wrong or right answer. You just have to provide well-supported reasons with details and or examples. Okay. Next, with the questions about a development, invention, or new trend, you must present a trend, phenomenon, or invention. And the task may ask you to describe it or explain why it has become important, for example. As for time management, it's very important to manage your time wisely. After taking the test, many students or test takers often complain that they did not have enough time to type a full response, or they didn't finish their essay. This often happens because some test takers do not have a clear idea of what they want to say and do not use their preparation time carefully. So, let's see here. In the first 3 to 4 minutes at the beginning, you need to brainstorm ideas, create a brief outline of the points you want to make. And with your outline, you don't have to write complete sentences, just keywords or ideas. And you can use abbreviations, symbols, and acronyms to save time. And then spend the next 20 minutes writing your response in a 4 to 5 paragraph essay format. If you can think of 3 reasons or 3 main points, you can write a 5 paragraph essay. If there are only 2 main points, but you feel you can develop them quite well, then feel free to choose a 4 paragraph essay format. And use the last 6 to 7 minutes to proofread and edit your work. The computer will not provide a spell checker or grammar checker. So be very careful about checking your spelling and grammar yourself. Okay, your response should be structured in the following way. In the first paragraph, that will be your introduction. And start with an opening remark, make a general statement to introduce the topic. The statement could be factual information, something that's true about the topic, a general observation, a quotation, etc. on the subject of the essay. That can be used as a lead-in to engage the reader's interest. The statement can provide background information to help the reader follow the arguments that will be developed in the body paragraphs. Note, the easiest way to set up your opening remark is usually to paraphrase the question prompt. For example, if the question prompt asks, do you agree with the following statement? Distance courses are a good way of studying. You can start with a sentence structured like this as your lead-in. Some people believe that distance courses are a good way of studying, while other people may think that they are a poor or inefficient way of studying. And after you write your lead-in, then move on, or your opening statement, then move on to writing your thesis statement. The last sentence in your introduction should state your opinion or preference and outline the points that will be dealt with in the body paragraphs. These points should be listed in the order they will appear in the body paragraph, which is usually described as a thesis, stated thesis, or direct thesis. For example, after your opening remark, you need to state your position and your 2 to 3 reasons. For example, after we have our opening remark, some people believe that distance courses are a good way of studying, while others may think that they are a poor and inefficient way of studying. The thesis statement is, in my view, or in my opinion, or as for me, I would agree that distance courses are an excellent way of studying because they are usually cheaper, more convenient, and flexible. So here are the 3 reasons that support your idea, and you'll use those 3 reasons for your topic sentences in the body of your paragraph. That leads to body paragraphs. The body paragraph should make up the largest part of your essay, probably about 70%. The first sentence of each paragraph should introduce the point that will be developed. And the following sentences should contain the supporting details, such as descriptions, explanations, or examples. Those are the supporting sentences. And to strengthen your thesis, you can also generate ideas criticizing the opposite position, but only do this if you are really comfortable with your writing skills. If you can do this, this shows that you have extensive knowledge of the subject and demonstrates your ability to discuss an issue from more than one perspective. In the topic sentence of your first body paragraph, you want to restate the first reason or point you made in your thesis statement. For example, a good topic sentence for the question prompt we looked at previously. Based on my experience, distance courses are much cheaper than taking face-to-face courses at a brick-and-mortar school. So you're taking the one idea from the reason in your thesis statement, and you're developing that into a topic sentence. Then, after you've written your topic sentence, support your topic sentence with specific details and examples. And repeat that strategy for your next 1 to 2 body paragraphs. So have a topic sentence with the second point and supporting sentences. And then if it's a 5-paragraph essay, you'll want a third topic sentence with supporting sentences. For your final paragraph, that will be your conclusion. The conclusion should restate the thesis of your essay. It may also include some comment, such as a suggestion, prediction, warning, etc., hinting at the implications of the points discussed in the essay. This is kind of optional. Finally, don't forget to restate your thesis statement using different vocabulary and or sentence structures. For example, distance courses are a much better way of studying because you can save money. You can attend courses more conveniently and flexibly. So we changed the grammar a little bit and basically stated the same ideas in a different way. All right, for the homework for this lesson, please choose 20 new words or phrases that you've learned from this class or the textbook or from an academic vocabulary list such as the TOEFL vocabulary from the Magoosh website, and write the definitions, synonyms, antonyms, and example sentences. And please write a 300-word or more 4 to 5 paragraph essay and time yourself to 30 minutes. If I haven't assigned you a topic or your instructor hasn't assigned you a topic, you can choose one from the list, beatthetest.wordpress.com. And after your first draft is returned to you, please make corrections and write a second draft. You can also review the writing section test rubrics. This will give you a better idea of what the test raters are looking at when they're evaluating your essays. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.